Okay, we're live. Here we are. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. We got Mike,
Howdy.
the legend. I mean, how are you doing?
Oh man, it could be better. It could be worse. That's the way I look at it. I open up some social media sometimes. Like, hey, life can be a lot worse than it is right now. But some of those days we open a book instead of our social media app, and we're like, life is pretty damn good. And that was one of the days that I had today. How about you?
I love that. Yeah, same. Every time I open up a book, it's a good day. But every time I wake up, I feel like, in my opinion, it's nice to be alive. It's a opportunity. Oh my gosh, John, Mike,
Man, that book it started off really freaking good, John. I'm liking it a lot. I was completely shocked by this
oh
because
man,
I've had
okay.
people telling me for a minute, but I mean, honestly, I get so many recommendations for everything that I'm like, I'm sure everything is great, but when you actually go in, you're like, holy crap, how have I been missing this? It's really cool. Really, really
It's
cool.
nice when a book that is, I guess, talked about a lot. I kind of avoid that because of the hype train, but when you do read it and it actually meets the expectation, and then you're like, "Wow, what
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I've
really
been
cool.
missing it a
Well,
lot."
John, I'm like 100 pages into the first book. I'm not ready to get into a universe yet, but but that's good to know that his universe is connected. I didn't realize this. Awesome.
Jason, oh man, what's up, lads? How you doing?
So, homie, sorry about the Twins.
Hey guys,
But hey,
Thomas
good Vikings game last night.
inspired me to reread Boy's Life recently and had another amazing time with it. I love
I'm
it. I
glad
love it.
everybody. See, I don't have very many people who read that and tell me they don't like it. So
Yeah, I think I got one
not quite
comment.
the success level of like Lonesome Dove, whereas like I've had no. I think I've had one person out of like hundreds that have told me they read it that said that it wasn't really for them, and then even then it was like a 3 out of 5 for them. So I was like, yeah, some of my favorite books are 3 out of 5. So that's fine. But yeah, man, I love Boy's Life. It's really, really great.
Yeah, I really appreciate you just commenting on that video. 2 words, boy's life. And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna ask
What was
my
it
dad
like? Your
here."
ones that was like books that you were considering?
Yeah, I was,
Yeah.
well, I asked the question at the end of my video about summer books, like, "Hey, what's your favorite summer book?"
Mm,
And I think
good
you
one.
said Boy's Life.
Yeah, boy,
And
because you'd already read The Body, right?
yeah,
Yeah, and I said I
yeah,
felt like that would be the next natural progression for you. So you like that? It feels that very much feels like a story that was influenced by The Body.
yeah,
Definitely. If
it
you like
was
King, if you like King writing that style of story, I think anyone would really, really like Robert McCammon because he writes a
yeah,
lot like that.
I was blown away. I felt like it's King with a little more I don't know. I mean, I hate to put King down a nudge, but I don't know, McCammon had a way with words that was a little more, like, poetic
Careful,
in a way?
careful.
I don't know. I mean, I love King, I really do, but McCammon was a big surprise.
No,
Uh,
there's some people like Jason who's here now. I think he's read gosh, he's read everything by McCammon, I believe.
yeah, I need to read, Swan Song.
I've only read like 2 books of his gosh, what are those books called? Damn it, John a blank. Matthew Corbett. There's Matthew Corbett books. I've only read like 2 of them. I think there's 10. I think it's done. But a
Yeah,
lot of people really, really dig those. But I haven't say everything by him's been like a huge hit for me because there's been a couple have been like, it was fine. But the ones that really, really hit, like Swan Song and Boy's Life are just, man, they're just awesome.
oh, here we go. McCammon can be lyrical. He's lyrical, but he's also, like, I don't know, he's amazing. I'm very happy to have another author under my belt that
And
I
that's one of those things where I'm happy about starting YouTube because I probably would have never read McCammon if it wasn't for YouTube. When I did my review for The Stand years ago, I was just getting so many comments about like, you got to read Swan Song. I think you'd really, really like that. And I was like, I've heard the only time I'd heard of Robert McCammon was Stephen King mentioned him in one of his books. The
wow.
character mentions Robert McCammon book at the library. That was the only time I'd really ever heard of him.
Yeah.
So when I started the YouTube, that was one that came up a lot. And yeah, they were right. They were right. So good things come out of this. Really, really.
Yeah, it is
Lack of recommendations is not anything that comes out of running a YouTube channel.
it is fun when an author when you're surprised with
Mhm.
another book recommendation and an author kinda surprises you. And yeah, McCammon is that big surprise. Would you recommend, because I haven't read The Stand or Swan Song yet, um, how would you go about that? Is there a particular, like, hey, read The Stand first, then Swan Song, or because everyone compares
No,
those two?
depends on how you're feeling. You want,
Okay.
like I said, a good summer book, not too heavy. I don't think. I think that Boy's Life will kind of give you those nostalgic feels of
Yeah.
remember like the endless summers and thing of your childhood. I mean, I don't know. You're a little younger than me. I don't know if you were like riding your bikes until the street lights
Oh, I
came
did.
on at that
Yeah.
time. Were you? Were you?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So I think that'll really click for it. But you just want a good old dystopian post-apocalyptic book. I mean, Swan Song is up there as one of the best of them. So
But
definitely a little
would you
heavier.
read The Stand first?
I
Because they're
mean,
compared.
I know everybody always likes to compare the two, and I can see the comparisons, but I don't feel like I got to pick one that's better than the other. Everybody always feels like you got to pick one that's better than the other. Like I don't, I see these reviews of Swan Song, and they got to start off with saying this is better than The Stand, or people talk about saying, "Oh, this is better than Swan Song." I mean, I think they're both brilliant books, and they both clearly come from a similar idea. Like, do you like Deep Impact or do you like Armageddon? It was like, I like both these movies for different reasons. I like both those books for different reasons, but I think what Ryan's saying here, yeah, Swan Song might feel a little shorter. I mean, it does look like it's a similar size, but
Mm,
it reads a lot faster because it has a lot of characters, but it doesn't have a king a lot of characters where he has like freaking 60 named characters in The Stand. And I feel like you'll feel one way about them. You won't just be apathetic towards any of them.
yeah.
But I think that Swan Song is definitely, if gosh, it's like say you like a DC version of something, and then you like the Marvel version. I don't feel like you got to say one's better than the other, but they do have a different style.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about those two books. I think they're both great for different reasons, but I don't really necessarily think you have to like one more than the other. I think that's crazy. They're both really, really good at
I
what they
agree
do.
with that. Yeah. I was just curious, from your expertise and years of reading that I'm like, hey,
I'd
do
say how
you?
much you like Boys Life. I do Swan Song first. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I
Just
am going to
while
dive back into.
McCammon's really in your head, I think that's a good place to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to dive back into King for a little bit with October.
What
Uh,
you got? You picked anything yet?
well, The Shining,
Nice.
but I'm probably going to, I don't know. I'm going to see how I feel, but
You should put
Ray
up a
Bradbury
vote. You should
first.
put up a poll on the community post and just
Yeah.
let your viewers vote.
Maybe I
Better,
should.
and then I'll influence the decision.
Yeah.
Read this or else. Not kidding.
Because I want to read, oh my gosh, Something Wicked This Way Comes
Ah,
first.
yeah, that's a good one. So look at this way it comes. Well, you'll read that in a couple of days though. I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing.
you'll read that quick. It's very, very quick.
That'll be quick. Right now, actually, I'm reading. This was a surprise. The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best. Yeah,
This
she's a
is.
legend.
I'm 70 pages in, 80 pages in, and I'm blown away.
Yeah, she's good. She's
I.
very good.
It's so mature. I thought it was, you see the Netflix thing plastered
Yeah,
on it. I'm like, oh, what the heck? And then I find out it's a 1959 published book. It's a classic, and it's like the OG of haunted house
yeah,
books.
yeah.
So
She's a big influence to a lot of horror authors that I like. So without a
yeah,
doubt.
but with King, definitely The Shining. Um, so that'll be fun. I hear good things about that.
I believe you're hearing correctly.
What has anyone read The Institute by King?
Yeah, I read it when it was new. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like right around the time I started this channel. It was like the countdown for a new Joe Abercrombie and a new Stephen King.
Oh wow.
And,
Okay.
and now I'm thinking back, I'm like, that was a long time ago. Yeah.
Salem's Lot. I read that last year. That was a good one. Not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
One of my favorite vampire stories. Yeah, it's good.
And then, two of my favorite booktubers. Wow,
You're
that's
2 times.
awesome.
Yeah, but is that a list of two? Is that you only watch 2 booktubers? That would make sense then.
Oh wow. Okay. Haunting of Hill House is awesome. The Netflix adaptation is
Yeah, the
one of the
Netflix
best.
adaptation is great. It's different.
Okay.
You can tell Mike Flanagan very much loves that book.
Okay.
But he put his spin on it like he does with it. It's brilliant. I watched it. Remember when it came out, I binge watched the hell out of it. I was so excited. And then I just couldn't help but make my wife watch it. So I watched it with her again because it was so good. But yeah, it's very good. But I say watch it after you read the book, maybe.
Absolutely.
But you will look at it and be like, oh, well, you can see the the bones of that book are in the show, but he really greatly expands upon it.
Yeah. I speaking of adaptations, I recently read True Grit,
Mm.
and it was a short read, great read, classic. And I watched the movie again, the
The
Coen brothers.
original or the remake?
No, the Coen brothers, and it
Yeah.
was I stopped halfway through. I was like,
Really?
this is
Yeah,
not what
I
I.
didn't read it. I've seen the original, and when I watched
Okay.
remake, I was like, I like both of them, but I never read it. Is it really different?
It
Maybe
is.
I don't know.
They basically cut a character out
Oh no.
in a unique way, and I'm like, what? Why? What's the point? And that just kind of irked me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time.
I'll see Ryan's in here in the comments talking about his newfound love for Sarah J. Maas. But
Yeah,
hey,
look at that.
read what makes you happy, Ryan. I'm glad that you and Caitlin are loving it, man. That's awesome. That's all. I definitely not judging, man. Not at all. I mean, people can get all shitty if a guy is reading romantasy, and I'm like, bro, if it's clicking for you, I don't care if you're reading the funny pages, man. I just want people reading.
Yeah, yeah. Have
Read.
you tried that?
No, but I did try Lee Bardugo. That was a Shadow and Bone,
Oh, okay.
and I got 2 books into a trilogy and said, can't do it anymore. I mean, you go into it knowing I'm not the target demographic, but I like Hunger Games and things like that, where I think that people will say it kind of leans more towards. I don't think that everything with a female lead leans towards women. I think
Yeah.
that's just asinine as someone who thinks Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like the greatest show ever. I don't think that's true. I think you can write something that's, for guys and gals just as much. But I don't know when it's something that really seems like it's just smut fantasy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's really good. It's really, really good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what Ryan, that's what Caitlin says.
My friend.
My wife holds the keys to this.
Oh no.
Well, I told her that you watched all of those comic movies with me for 20 years. Each one that came out, you kept watching, you got into them, you got interested, you were excited for them. I owe you. So I said, you want to read some smut fantasy? I'll read it with you. And she was like, I don't have any interest in reading it, which is weird because she likes to read smut books, like the Harlequin romance novels. She loves those. And she loves fantasy. So I was like, this is perfect smut fantasies for you, but she doesn't seem interested. Now, I'm not going to force her because, like I said I'd read Throne of Glass with her if she went to, or ACOTAR, whichever one works for her. But it's up to her.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my wife is book 5, almost done with book 5 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I just finished 4.
And?
I'm taking a break till next year.
Oh, okay, good. Too much?
Mostly because of spooky season stuff. And
yeah.
Also because I'm starting to get it's starting to feel a little repetitive to me. So I look forward to her feedback.
The achievement.
If it changes any. Yeah. The achievement is that I'm spinning my wheels right now. It's like, are we going to do anything besides, hey, let's get to the next floor?
Yeah.
I got a lot of heat in my last video when I said this. So
I mean, it's BookTube's darling.
Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of things like that, and I like it a lot. I just am saying I need a little bit more plot in my stories, and everybody's like, "Are you blind? You're not hearing it. It's because you're not listening to the audiobook." All that stuff, and then they'll tell me they're sorry I'm not liking it. And I'm like, I just said 3 times I'm liking the series a lot. I don't know. So you walk that fine line when you try to be critical of something that everybody enjoys, and they think that you just hate it because you're not overwhelming praise for something. And I tons of praise for Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have a good time. I'm laughing. We need those books. When you're a grimdark reader, you need those happy, funny things sometimes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I'm not going to critique it. I mean, hell, like Stephen King's my favorite author. I critique the hell out of every one of his books. It's just kind of what I do. It's kind of the basis of when you review books. You're kind of do that. I think you can do that without being shitty about something.
Yeah.
But
it's tough because like you don't want to just hype everything up and say everything's good because it's easy to say something's good. I think
kind of funny is I get told sometimes in the same video that I love everything or that I hate everything. So who knows? I usually tend to not make a full. I mean, we've talked about this recently that reviews don't do what they used to do, so we all do kind of a little less of them now. That's why I just kind of started shoving them in my my weekly updates.
Yeah,
is that if I really dislike a book, I usually don't review it because I don't want to bring that's someone's life's work. I don't want to just shit on it or seem like I'm shitting on it. So I usually just be like, wasn't for me, and I'll move on. So they will see if they're watching like just the standard book reviews, they'll say, "Oh, you love everything." It's because usually I do review ones that I really, really liked, or it's something that everyone's reading and everyone wants to know how I felt about. Like Wind and Truth. I mean, I was going to be iffy either way, but I felt like I needed to just because everybody was asking for it. But I can see why people will think that I love everything because I'll only review the books that I really have a positive spin on. So there we go.
That's a good point, because when I try to review books, I don't just have a negative review for the sake of it being negative. If it is a negative review, I'm going to try to, show my case and get my points out across, but in a conversational manner, not just like a clickbaity manner. My Mistborn review, probably my only negative review I've ever done. And it's the comments.
The Sandersonians didn't find you?
They don't even watch the review. They're just like, okay, look at this broccoli head. Look at this pseudo-intellectual. I'm like, okay.
Hey, you've made it when you start getting comments about your appearance. You've made it. You've arrived.
Well, look what you got on
oh, I know. The thing is, it's like I used to be fat and I lost a lot of weight. And your face does things when you treat your body like shit for years. And I got stuck with raccoon eyes.
Oh gosh!
Right here, I can't get rid of them. So the comments I'll get all the time. Oh, this guy looks like Skeletor. Oh, this guy looks like he's dead. This guy looks like he's never slept in his life. It's like it's just one of those things. Okay, I mean, thanks for watching. I don't really know what you want me to tell you. It's not anything I'm like really excited about having, but it's nothing I can really do about it. It's just the way my face looks. Yeah. And I say some days that's why I prefer. I miss doing podcasting for that reason, but it's few and far between. It's, just some people, you just can't take it seriously. It's someone you never met before, and I always joke and say that, your loved ones will say meaner things than strangers ever will. But, that's just one of those that you go back and look. When I was fat, I didn't have that problem. And then you lose, people don't realize how much weight you hold on your face. And so when you lose a lot of weight, I had no idea I held that much weight on my face and in my feet because all my shoes didn't fit anymore.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. No matter what way I change the lighting around, that's just I just can't get rid of. I'm always going to have this luggage under my eyes.
I love your setup. I think it's great, and I want to get to your level of.
Oh man, you're the first person ever to say that. I mean, geez, I just changed it like about a week ago, and people are like, "Holy shit, what did you do? Are you actually trying now?"
Oh my gosh!
So it's one of those things that I don't feel like it's ever perfect unless you're, John and Jacob over at Talking Story. Then but it's never going to be perfect. But you can't get you down. That's all. I mean, I tell myself that, but now I have those days where I'm like, I'm done with this shit. I don't even want to do this anymore.
I used to take it hard. A few months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I'd get those comments. I'm like, gosh, dang, maybe I'm not built for this. And then I don't know. I've been blessed with just amazing support and great
That's
people.
You got to give more. It's like building up credit. You can't let that one bad day ruin everything. When you've got with this platform and this little niche we've picked here talking about books, I find it's 99% positive, and you just gotta latch on to that more than just giving the negative comments so much clout. It's gonna happen. It's the internet still. People are gonna say nasty stuff. Like I got people saying nasty stuff about me hosting this gala for Christopher Rocchio, but I guarantee if I see him there, there'll be nothing but sweethearts to me.
Yeah, nothing but sweethearts.
So it's gonna
That's exciting. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, it's cool. If anything I can do to help Christopher out, I'd love to do that. He's a great guy. It's the point now where like Christopher don't need anybody like me anymore. He's big enough now, but he still gives me so much credit, and I'm so happy for his success because that guy definitely deserves it. And I'm thrilled to get to meet a lot of people. Finally.
Yeah.
It's really
I'm finally seeing his books more in bookstores. Not that they weren't in bookstores, but I'm seeing them in mom and pop shop bookstores, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it seems just about like everybody's got a video on YouTube about it now, and it's just like awesome. I'm so happy for him because he definitely deserves it.
I'm taking a break from sci-fi and fantasy, so whenever that time comes, I'll be ready. Dive back into book 2 of Sun Eater. So
we got horror season coming up here pretty soon.
So you got to just throw everything aside. Elizabeth
Well,
here has an
that's why I
amazing.
started reading this, because I was like, I'm not going to be able to read this during
Yeah.
spooky season.
No,
So I
you
was like, I
can't.
need to go ahead and just try
Get
to.
it done.
Let
Yeah.
me try to cram in this 700-page book in the middle of
It's,
the month here. Yeah.
it's a quick little weekend read, staycation read. What's a book on everyone's necessary TBR this autumn? Like you need to read it before the fall ends. I love that question. So, Mike, you start.
What did I pick? I haven't solidified my October list yet, but probably King Sorrow by Joe Hill, just because I've been waiting. That's son of Stephen King.
Yeah.
He hasn't put out a new book in like a decade. He's just been doing comics and stuff.
Oh wow.
So, but it's like 1,200 pages. So he's been saving this one for a while. But people have told me it's very much like his version of It meets The Hobbit. I don't know how he means that, but that's what they told me. So we'll see. I think it's because it has a dragon in it.
Oh, I love that.
So it's like horror fantasy, but that's cool. That's cool for me.
Yeah.
So I've loved the 2 Joe Hill books I've already read, which was Nosferatu and Heart-Shaped Box. So that's definitely.
Yeah. What do you think of those? Because I saw those at the bookstore.
I liked both. The Nosferatu was a very interesting take on a vampire story. I really liked it. And for me, what was cool about that is like that was the first book where you realize, oh, his dad's letting him play in the same multiverse, because there's actually like crossover stuff they talks about with the multiverse.
No way.
But Heart-Shaped Box, man, that was actually a chilling book. It was very, very creepy.
What's the elevator pitch?
The what?
What's your elevator pitch for that?
Gosh, Heart-Shaped Box is like a former rock star, and he's got like these relics that might be haunted, so to speak. And you've got familiars that are dogs and things. I don't know. It's been so long since I read it. I have an elevator pitch ready for it. Just it was freaky, and it was one of those where I just thought, like his girlfriend in the story, I thought she was just going to kind of be like a throwaway character. She ended up being an amazing character too. So it's just a book that really surprised me. I didn't expect it to be that good, and it has some legitimate freaky parts. It kind of was like, man, that's some scary shit right there. He paid attention during bedtime stories with his dad, because it's some good stuff. And it made me start thinking, hey, maybe the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. That's exciting. So I'm really excited to return to some of his stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah,
he's right, Kellen. It's very good. It's very good.
Juggling on my radar. Oh yeah, Patrick was raving about Strength of You. Yep.
Very good.
Yep. I haven't.
It's a weird category to play something, but I said it's like the first 100 pages are the best 100 pages of anything I've read this year. So there's a new category for you at the end of the year.
I like that.
Yes, it's first 100 pages of a book.
Those weird, like arbitrary, like and obscure sports stats.
Yeah, like
youngest player
outdoor and it's under 50 degrees. This guy
exactly. And the moon is full and kind of like at a quarter, and there's just like 10% precipitation in the air. My definite October fall read is Something Wicked This Way Comes.
It's great.
I held off on it last year, and I haven't read Ray Bradbury as an adult.
God, I hope you like it. He's a lot more wordy than some authors might be. There's like some people will go back, as I talk about Ray Bradbury all the time, like, wow, he's a much more colorful writer than I expected. And I'm like, yeah, he's very much. That's why I made the comparison with Christopher. I was like, that Christopher has that kind of Bradbury style where he's very descriptive, and you would just sit there, look back sometime, be like, wow, that's really pretty what you just wrote right there. Yeah. So Ray Bradbury will be writing something that's absolutely horrifying and Something Wicked, you'll be like, that's really pretty the way that he wrote it there. It's really good at it. So he's incredible. It's incredible.
Something actually I kind of like to do with my creative work as wedding filmmaker. I like to have happy imagery with cello, or like not outright haunting music, but just kind of play with a viewer's emotion with music in not your typical happy-go-lucky acoustic guitar shouting, happy music with happy imagery. So I like it when you mention something horrifying written beautifully, kind of playing with the emotions there.
Does it? I hope you love it. I really do.
I am so pumped.
So I think I've got like 3 different versions of it, and I can't get rid of any
different
of them.
Versions? What kind of, do they have illustrations?
Well, I mean, I've got the Folio Society. I've got my original paperback that I read when I was a kid. And I think I got like just a regular paperback that was like, $6 somewhere, just as the reading copy, because I was too scared to break the one that I had when I was young. Cause it's like bent to hell and back. And then I didn't want to actually damage that Folio Society one.
No, I get
so,
it. I
so
get
I
it.
bought like a reading copy when I did my reread for it, like gosh, 3 or 4 years ago.
Good evening, Stephen. SF right here. Mike, can you sell us and Thomas on Lonesome Dove?
Sure. I mean, he just talked about True Grit, so I have no
Yeah.
doubt that he'll love it. See, for me, I'm not really a reader of Westerns. I love Western movies, but reading them is always just, yeah, I get it. It's hot. It's sandy. There's tumbleweeds. I got it. It's just never anything that's really, really grabbed me very much. I don't know anything about horses. So you're spending that long telling me about how to tie a saddle. It's not interesting to me. What Lonesome Dove does is it takes this group of characters, and the first 200 pages, absolutely nothing happens except campfires and
Oh, okay.
talking and sitting on the porch and just chatting with each other. And I'm like, I am so connected with these characters before we've even left on this trail ride yet. And so you were really, really interested in the character work, the way that they talk to each other. Every single person in this group, this ride here, you feel like you know every single one of them before you anything. So when the bad shit starts happening, like happened in that time period when you're doing a long trail ride across the country and westward expansion, bad things happen. And so bad things happen to some of these people, and it really just breaks your heart. But I don't know, it's something indescribable about it. It's one of those stories where it's maybe the best character work I've ever seen in a single novel, and it's just amazing.
Love that. Yeah, I am trying to hold off on it. Your review of it keeps popping up in my algorithm.
It blew me away. I was never expecting to like it that much. Brian Lee Durfee had been pushing me to read it since
Yeah.
I first got on the platform. And he was like, it's the Western book for, people who aren't really into Westerns. He said, basically you can replace like their boots and spurs for swords and shields, and it could be a fantasy story. And I was like, that's an interesting way to sell it. So he might be a better seller of it than I am. But what I'll just say is, like, if you're telling me, hey, Mike, pick a book that is the great American novel, it might be Lonesome Dove.
Really?
Because
Okay.
I think that into the genre or not, people tend to love it. They really do. And
Yeah.
you'll feel something one way or the other towards the end.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah, right here, John. I think we're gonna do it.
What
We're
is
gonna do
that? Is
it
he got a
together.
challenge for you, or is there
We're gonna do
anything?
a little a
A
read
buddy reading?
along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so that'll
Yeah,
be fun.
I'll be doing the last Lonesome Dove book next year. It's gonna be
Are
very
they
sad saying bye to these characters permanently. Yeah. There's 4 of
or are
them.
they how is that there's because there's multiple books, but
So
Lonesome Dove is
publication order basically is Lonesome Dove, and then Streets of Laredo is the sequel, and then he went back and did prequel books for those characters for 2 books of those, and I got one of the prequel books left. I said Dead Man's
okay.
Walk, and I'll be doing Comanche Moon, and then that's it. But I will definitely be reading Larry McMurtry, because I said he's the only one I think that has come close to Stephen King for me, and saying he might have the best character work ever. Like, it might beat Stephen King for me. 3 books in. Yeah.
That's
You're a
pretty
character
awesome,
reader, there's zero chance you won't love it. Yeah.
especially with how many books you've read in
Mm.
your life.
Mm.
That's telling. Are you have you heard of Tom's Crossing?
I have not.
It's a book coming out in October. It's by the guy who did House of Leaves,
The whiskey or something. Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. And it's like a 1,300 page Western.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Good.
So I don't know. That might pop up on BookTube sooner or later, and it's like, oh, it's the best book ever. So who knows? We'll see. But
Yeah, I got Last Picture Show, John. That'll be the one that I do after I finish Lonesome Dove.
have you tried going to small town horror novels? Well, I mean, I'm doing a horror novel right now, and it's in a small town, but it's in a small house. Well,
I'll
kind of a
say
big house.
I did the Ronald Malfi book, Small Town Horror. It was very good. I made a commitment like 3 or 4 years ago in saying that I brand my channel as, fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. And I'm like, but I was realizing, yeah, but the only horror author you read is Stephen King. So I've been trying to branch out. And, we were like, why are you reading so much Ronald Malfi? It's like, because I finally found one that hit. And so I've been eating his stuff up, So I've been looking for some modern horror authors that really give me what I'm looking for. I thought it was Grady Hendrix. It turned out not to be Grady Hendrix, but it has been Ronald Malfi. But I'm going to be running out of his books here soon. So
Yeah,
I'll
it's
keep moving on.
have you I know you've read Pine the Wayward trilogy by Blake
Blake
Crouch.
Crouch, yeah, it's
Um,
great.
and I know I'm kind of a seasonal reader and I don't have my plans set in stone, but I'm always kind of like, maybe I'm feeling this, maybe I'm feeling that. Do you think the Pines or the Wayward trilogy is kind of a nice fall read, or what do you think?
I think so. It's a little more. I say, what did I say when I was reading it? It was like if you took X Files and kind of mixed it
Hmm.
with Twin Peaks. It's like
Mm.
there's something strange going on in this town. You can't figure out what it is, and they're not quite as quirky as the characters in Twin Peaks are. I mean, I love them, but they're not quite that quirky. But it is. That's why I say it's very, very much more. Imagine Mulder got separated from Scully and he wakes up in some town, doesn't understand what's going on, and he's got to try to figure out what's going on in this town where everyone's acting very, very strange. And it will go places like you will not even expect. But yeah,
Really? Okay.
it's damn good. It has a very satisfying ending too.
That's good. See, that's tough to land.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
it's like
you
it
might.
takes a big leap for that third book, but if you stick
Okay.
with it to that leap, that's ending is very, very satisfying.
Okay.
To the
Neat.
point that when I had him on and people were asking, would he ever consider returning to that world? And he was like, I don't know. It's a pretty, pretty good ending. I'd hate to go back and do something, not as good. So yeah.
Yeah. Have you? This is kind of a precursor to this question by SF right here. Have you played the Alan Wake video games?
Yeah. It's basically, I haven't played two, but I
Oh,
played one. I said it's
dude,
basically they just replaced Stephen King's name.
you
That's all
gotta,
that book really is.
you
It's a
gotta.
Stephen King story. But I haven't played two because I was very much grandstanding about them not making a physical release, and I was very much pissed off
Oh no,
about
but
it.
they have a physical release now.
Do they? Well, I mean, I heard that it was like, oh, you buy the box and it just has a download code.
That's how it is, man. It
I
sucks.
know, I know. I'm a dinosaur in that regard, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm sure I will play it eventually because me and my wife both love the first one.
I the reason why I say that is because I Google things on Reddit, like what are books like Alan Wake and the Wayward trilogy popped up.
Mm.
So that's why I'm asking if you've played the Alan Wake games, if it gives those kind of night spring, small town, weird
Sure, and,
vibe.
and and King has those stories as well. And
Mhm.
what I like, Alan Wake was even just like Stephen King. Hey, what do you know? The main character isn't as a writer. What a shock! Yeah, So it was very clear that they wanted to make a Stephen King game, probably couldn't get the rights to it, and so that's what they made. But yeah, what turned out was great. And you don't have to apologize to me if you think Robert McCammon's a better writer than Stephen King. That's fine. You're allowed to have that opinion. No apology needed.
um,
Like when people
I think
apologize to me for not liking Dune, I don't expect anyone to like Dune, so don't have to apologize to me at all.
yeah, you don't need to apologize.
But
I think we
Zelda, oh
just
my god, yes, the best franchise in gaming. I mean,
yeah.
what else is there to say?
So talk to me about that with Breath of the Wild and other games.
When Breath of the Wild came out, it was so crazy because we had one kid when it came out. He was very young. And this is how obsessed my wife had never really played the Zelda games. And Breath of the Wild, as you know, can be very anger inducing. And so we started doing this thing that when one of us would get super pissed off, we just hand the control to the other person. And we got so obsessed with that game that we were putting our toddler child to bed at 7 o'clock and playing until 1 a.m. every night, even on work nights. That's how obsessed we get. Oh, God, to be young, to be able to stay up till 1 a.m. and still go to work. That's how obsessed we became with that game. And now that same kid's like more obsessed with it than all of us. So yeah, Zelda is like when a Zelda game comes out, it's like everything here stops.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing, for the next 7 to 10 days nonstop. And
And
that's
what do you
just
think of
the tip of the iceberg with a Zelda game.
Tears of Kingdom?
I never finished Tears of the Kingdom
Okay.
because I'm still exploring. There's still so much to do. My wife and I, we played so much out. Now I've got two more gamers in the house, and trying to share one console and TV with four people who love the game. And also I love sports. I'm going to want to watch that stuff. And we watch movies and TV and stuff. It's hard to try to balance it. So I don't have the hours to put in like I used to. So that's why I'm still working on Tears of the Kingdom. But
Yeah.
I think I'm probably at like 200 hours on it.
Love it. Love it. Yeah. Make it 500. It's an amazing one of the I think it's got the best ending in video games.
Yeah, I did watch it when my kid did. It was pretty. I
is
won't say anything to anybody, but it was
yeah,
just like, really,
it's
dragon?
mind blowing.
Okay.
It was great. I just think the tutorial in Breath of the Wild is the best tutorial in any game.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I think Tears of the Kingdom fell short in that regard with the new systems and the different
I think
levels.
they felt like if you're playing Tears, you probably played Breath of the Wild. Because what I
Yeah.
fear is because the way they upgraded all your abilities in Tears of the Kingdom is if I went back to Breath of the Wild now, it would probably seem like a tech demo.
It is.
And I don't want
Yeah.
that feeling because I love the memories of that, of playing that game,
Yeah.
and my wife spending so much time together playing it.
Yeah, my wife and I were gonna do a little video, a non-book video on my booktube channel, where we're gonna talk about our top 10 video games
Oh,
of
nice.
all time.
I have that video on my channel too. So yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to find that, 'cause I wanna know. That's
It's
fun.
great. I look forward to everybody telling you that your list is wrong.
Yeah. 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 That's well, and guess spoiler alert, Baldur's Gate 3 is not even on my top 10, which is crazy. So, that's
I didn't get too far into Baldur's Gate 3
yeah.
because I knew it would just take over my life, and I was like, I can't do that right now. So I think I've started it over 3 times and just haven't really got into it because, like I said, I know it'll take over everything.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I
you'd have
can't
to
have
take
that. I can't have that right now. No, and
take
if they ever put out a new Elder Scrolls game, then that might do it, but I don't know. I don't know.
Did you play Oblivion, the remaster?
Not as much as I'd like to, but yeah,
Mhm.
that just comes down to just so much to do. I mean, we
Yeah.
got Game Pass, and it's just like there's something new comes out in Game Pass like every week, and it's like, oh my god!
Yeah.
And now Borderlands 4 is coming out on
I
Friday, and
know.
my wife and I play the hell out of Borderlands. We've already told the kids, "F off! This is what we're doing on Friday, and you guys can go get lost, order a
Yeah.
pizza, get out of here."
Yeah. Yeah.
Responsible parents. It's happening this Friday, so we're gonna play the hell out of
That's
that.
awesome. I tried to get my wife into 3, but I would get 4 if I had someone to play with, but I don't, so
There's so very few couch co-op games anymore. They all want you to go online and play. And we're like, some people still talk to people in real life. And,
yeah.
they want to have them playing with them locally, not have to have 2
Mhm.
Xboxes and 4 controllers and all that shit.
Mhm.
2 copies of the game.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Split Fiction, have you played that? That was phenomenal with my wife.
Split Fiction. And it's a
Oh,
co-op game? Never heard of it.
oh, I'm
All right. Now
honored.
I got to
Everyone,
look.
we're seeing this live right now. It's probably one of the greatest
Is
couch
it,
co-op games ever.
is it
And
multi-platform, cross-platform, or is it specific?
yeah, it is. And it's only co-op. It's not a single player with co-op attached to it. It is strictly built for 2 players. And
Oh, it's brand new.
go get
Or
it.
it came out this year.
Heck, I'll buy it for you and send it to you. I mean, you have to.
Okay.
It's primo.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. The less you know, just watch the first gameplay trailer and that's it. Nothing else.
Okay. I'll leave that tab open so I can look it up after. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, we blew through it in 3 days. It was so much fun. Okay, real quick. Let's Evan has a nice little question from 2 folks who finished Wheel of Time.
Huh?
Any advice for someone in the middle?
Are you if it's because you're struggling, just know that it's worth it. What I tell people with Wheel of Time is don't listen to people that tell you, "Oh, you can't read anything else. You just got to run." No, absolutely not. Take breaks, read other things. And people that are like, "Oh, you're going to forget everything." No, you won't. You'll be fine. Trust me. Now, don't take like a 4-year break or something. I took 6 months between book 6 and 7. I was fine. So I tell people all the time, pace yourself. It's not a race. Wheel of Time is definitely a journey. It's not a sprint. Just take your time with it. That's all I can say about it. Just know that, yeah, those middle books can be kind of a drag, but just know that it'll be worth it. It will be worth it. But definitely don't be afraid to mix something else in. Don't force it. You'll end up hate reading it if you force it. That's what I say.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I took breaks.
You read it
Earlier.
straight through?
I read it straight through
Like
to
back.
book 11. It was after book 10 I took a break. And
Oh, right before it got good again?
yeah. Well, the funny thing is 7 through 9 are like some of my favorite books in the series, which is
Really?
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's because you have this front load. Well, 1 through 3 are perfect. And then 4 through 6, I felt like the information overload was just too
I'd be
much.
interested in going back and listening to my own reviews of those and seeing what I say, because in hindsight, I'm just nodding along here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody
And
told me,
then,
"Oh gosh, 7 through 10 are like the slog," and I was like, "Well, God, 5 and 6 were kind of a drag."
yeah. And then once I got to 7, 8, and 9, I felt like I was given permission to live in the world
Hmm,
with the characters and have it even slow down more.
that's a good way to put it.
Um, and it made me appreciate the series more. And then right when things started picking up with 11 through 14, I was just like, yeah, that was needed. Uh, so I'm one of those folks who don't believe in the slog.
Okay.
And it's not to just make a,
Nah, you're being a hipster. You're being a
yeah,
hipster.
yeah, exactly, exactly, a hipster. Oh my gosh.
Being you gosh darn contrarians.
Okay, let's run through some of these comments. I'm so
Sure.
sorry, everyone. We've got trying to crush Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. It's amazing.
Oh, I thought it said
Don't
R2D2. I was like, "What R2D2?" Yeah, even dyslexic, and that's what I saw.
You're trying to kill R2D2?
What
No.
the heck, man?
Don't crush it. Just live in it. It is such a great game. I wish I didn't rush through it my first time. I am going to be playing it a second time through this year. Have you
You
played
want
it?
your unpopular opinion? I did not like RDR2. I thought it was so boring, and it was such a drag, and it was so tedious. I hate having to hold triangle for 10 seconds to make a fucking bullet. It drove me crazy. And it was like, technically, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But I was like, the first one, I could not stop playing it. This one, yeah, I was forcing myself to play it. It looked beautiful. It will not take anything away from people who love it. Just was not my style. I mean, I kind of bounced off the GTA games too, because it's
Yeah.
like they made them so realistic. I kind of
Yeah.
liked where it was straddling one foot in realistic and one foot in arcade. I kind of like that style. But yeah, I think the stories are really, really good. I think the
Yeah.
voice acting, everything about going into the game, what made the game is incredible. It's just I got super bored with it and tapped out on it really quick, which is amazing because I was waiting for that game forever.
I know. Yeah. And then you've got something like Zelda that is, I think, the perfect open world game. It's got everything I want. It's
Mm.
not too much and it's not too little. It's
Yeah,
got
it's
the
kind of like
element.
reading a Michael J. Solomon book. I know the lore. I know these
Yeah.
characters. I understand what a dwarf and an elf is. I'm good. I don't need a bunch explained to me. I can just enjoy the story. That's how I get into it, like a Zelda game. It's like, yeah, I understand this is the same story, kind of being told a different way every single time. That's part of its charm. I'm here for the gameplay. I'm here for the exploration and just for the experience of the Zelda game. And I
Yeah.
have great, great memories of those. And
Yeah.
when with Tears of the Kingdom, like there's so many like shrines that I can't figure out. My wife can, so she can't figure out, and our kid can. It's just became like a brain trust family game, and that's what I always admire about it. So a lot of the classic Zelda players like me, they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh God, there's not dungeons anymore." I'm like, "Yeah, there is. They're just smaller bites now, and they're sprout out everywhere, and you got to find them." So I dug it.
It was my first Zelda game that I actually played all the way through. I grew up with, watching my brother play Ocarina and Majora's Mask, and that music lives rent free
Mm,
in my mind.
mm.
But just playing and exploring Breath of the Wild for the first time, there's nothing like it.
Oh man, SF, I've been thinking about playing Witcher 3 again. I love that game. That game's
Yeah.
amazing, man.
Where's
And
it
they
at?
just keep on updating it. Now they got like the upgrade on PS5, and it's just like, wow, it's almost like brand new again. I was so tempted, but I was like, dude, I think I sank about 500-600 hours in that game. I don't know if I could do it again. I could. I just would never play anything else ever again, or read, or do YouTube.
Mhm. Yeah, that's the thing when you got all these hobbies and
I love Twilight Princess.
things you
The
wanna do.
only Zelda game I don't absolutely adore is Skyward Sword.
Mm,
And even that one, if that's your worst game, you're doing pretty damn good. So
doing
that's why I
pretty
call it
dang
the
good, yeah.
best franchise in gaming. So
I think Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's that game that's like,
that was the
gosh.
game that finally got me off of Skyrim, because I was like forever
Yeah,
just like,
okay.
I'm just gonna play Skyrim for the rest of my life. And
Yeah.
Witcher 3 was able to make me get into something that good again. So much so that I think it might have actually ruined the books for me. Because yeah, I know that they're very different things. I love that version of Geralt that we get in those games. That ain't the version of Geralt that we get in the books.
Mhm.
It sucks. It sucks because I want it so bad. But those books are all about Ciri and Yennefer and Geralt's. Hey, he's back there somewhere. You know.
Yeah, he's just kind of a cog in the whole thing. Yeah,
Me and Ryan both at the same time went out and bought all of those new special edition hardcover releases.
oh, they're
He
gorgeous.
read the first book and said nope and sold them
Yeah,
all.
I know. I like the short stories. They're fun, but I never dove into the actual series. I just couldn't. I wasn't like, you know.
You know how popular those are everywhere except America. It just really makes me buy into that the translation just isn't that good. It really made me buy into that. But I'm like, I don't know. Does it make Geralt a bigger character? The translation? No, that was my biggest problem with it. I liked Yennefer. I liked Ciri. Just like Geralt more, and I wanted more of Geralt. So
Yeah, I think again, I had a live stream with Alan. We talked about Witcher, and yeah, I think that version of Geralt is one of the greatest protagonists ever written. So complex. He's consistent. He's got weaknesses. He's got strengths. It's so good, so flipping good. Reason why I love the game so much, I love the monster hunting and the contracts. The books lacked that in comparison.
yeah, and Triss is an awful human being in the books, by the way. So
gosh,
yeah, I like her as the sweet, cute redhead in the game.
Yeah, she was sweet. She was. Thankfully, me and Alan agree that we chose Triss in the games. So,
I'm a redhead guy. Of course I did.
yeah, I mean, you married one, so
You know, when people got on and you're like, it's not like that in the books. I'm like, good thing I'm not reading the book.
yeah,
I'm playing the
yeah,
game.
yeah. And you got a point about the translations. I don't know too much.
It's so huge everywhere else.
Yeah.
And a lot of people told me that it's not a good translation. So I was like, that has to be one of the problems then.
Have you played Cyberpunk?
I did. I played. I finally waited. I waited until they fixed the game, and that helped a lot. And when I was playing it last year, I was like, this finally gave me. Admittedly, this is what I wanted Starfield to be. So it gave me kind of what I want on that. I wish it had space exploration, but just the world itself and that feeling, that vibe, it gave me what I was looking for and did not get with Starfield.
Have you? This is on Game Pass. No Man's Sky.
I thought No Man's Sky when it was brand new.
Oh,
and it was awful.
Bad taste.
Let's talk about tech demo.
Mouth, huh?
It was one of those things where I admire and respect the hell out of them for not listening to all the like death threats and just the hate mail that came their way and all the refunds and all that stuff. And they just stuck with it and they fixed it. And apparently it's a really great game now. And they didn't charge anybody a penny to fix that game. So I got nothing but respect for him for that. But have you ever touched grass, Ryan? Yeah.
He's at 500 hours into Cyberpunk. Hey, my wife and I have a lot of hours in Fortnite. It's disgusting.
That's my kid with Roblox. My God, they will play that 24 hours straight. You didn't make them go to bed. They would do it. They would play 24 hours straight.
Why are there death threats when it comes to games? I mean, geez.
I don't know. There's people make, and the thing is, I want to say you shouldn't take them seriously. It's just idiots on the internet. But when you don't take them seriously, bad shit happens. But it's just dumb.
Yeah. Hey,
it's a video game, man. It's a video game.
It's that author. How you doing? Yeah,
Great.
it's tough when that happens.
People here to hear about books. We're talking about video games.
Yeah. Okay. How do we transition? Have you read?
It's your show, man. Whatever you want to talk about.
You read All the Pretty Horses?
I did. I read last year. Huh?
And what'd you think of that as a Western?
What I said and you haven't read Lonesome Dove yet, so I know this is. But I said it made me think of the character Newt from Lonesome Dove if he had like a spin-off side story. It's kind of what it made me think of. Now, Cormac McCarthy's obviously a very different type of writer.
Very.
But it was way more of a romance than I thought it was going to be. It was a very, very cute story. Let's put it that way. For Cormac, it was pretty cute.
Interesting.
I think, and the thing was, after Blood Meridian, I think maybe I just had that wall up expecting it to just be horrible and not like it. And I know that's very unpopular. People love Blood Meridian. I'm like, dude, that book was atrocious to me. But I liked All the Pretty Horse a lot. I love The Road. So he's 2 out of 3 for me. And I said I'd continue with God, what was the horse's name? Was it Rojo? What's the horse's name? I
Oh
forget anyway.
gosh,
His
I'm
horse. I
just
like the
thinking of
horse.
Roach right now.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. But yeah, no, I liked it.
Okay. Yeah, I thought there was romance in it, but thankfully it wasn't. It was a different type of, it was a realistic romance
It
for
was,
that
yeah, it's that
time.
thing that when you're a teenage boy, you leave home for the first time. Of course, you're going to fall in love with the first girl who gives you attention, and that's what he
Mhm.
does, you know. And it was relatable. I understood that.
And not knowing the political implications
Mm,
and the
yeah,
cultural implications of that.
cultural implications be damned.
Yeah,
I'm in love. Yeah,
I know.
good.
Yeah, I had that for my little book club, and it stood out to me. I really it's Cormac's writing is very it's so different. Um,
It's a style. It's like
yeah,
I don't understand how people could. I definitely don't. I mean, like I already struggle with audiobooks, but I don't understand how anybody can understand this because like how does the audiobook narrator know when to stop?
yeah, the run-on sentences. How do you breathe? Where are the
You know what's so
commas?
funny is like if you or I wrote a book with run-on sentences and no punctuation, people call us morons, but he does it like, oh, it's brilliant.
Mhm,
So you just got to spend like 60 years building up that clout first, and you can do
mhm.
whatever you want, and people just call it amazing, you know.
Yeah. Um, Malazan. I'm looking into Malazan, Malice, or Game of Thrones. You mean Ice and Fire? But undecided on which to read first. They all seem interesting, but any ideas or what's the best? Mike, you've read
Depends on
more than me.
what you're looking for, man. You want something that's just
Yeah.
enjoyable fantasy. It's not going to like dominate your life. You're not going to have to get out a spreadsheet to memorize all these names.
Mhm.
Malice, great place. Faithful and Fallen's an awesome, awesome series. I only gets better. But like people will say it starts slow, but if you've ever read classic fantasy, I don't think it starts slow. You introduce the characters, you have bad things happen to where they live. This is normal fantasies, traditional fantasy stuff. But Game of Thrones, it's obviously I feel like at this point, if you were alive the last 20 years, you've heard something about these characters. If you watch the show, it's a bonus because you got faces to go with all the names because you might seem a little overwhelmed with those names at first. Malazan, you better get ready to do your homework. That's all I'll say. Not saying it's a bad series. I'm saying you've got to do some work. It is a lot of work to get into that book because it gets crazy. And just when you think you got it, you start the next book and it's completely new area, completely new characters. He does that like 4 or 5 times. So there you go.
Yeah, I have a few comments that are consistently being, every video. It's like read Malazan, read Malazan. I'm like, I'm taking a break from fantasy. I
Yeah,
just
if you're have a fantasy burnout, that's definitely not the series to do.
Yeah, if I'm gonna dive back in, Janny Wirtz gifted me a book, and I
Very nice.
am very thankful for that, and a signed copy. I haven't read any of her stuff, and if the author herself is presenting a book, that like, hey, this is a good book to dive into.
She's
If
very nice, but she tried to start me. She tried to start a fight with me in a live stream. I'm like, what are you doing?
I,
Have fun. I was, gosh, but Brian was having a live stream and I popped in and basically it was right when everybody was trashing Dune. And I was like, what the hell? What did I walk into? And basically everyone's saying, oh, well, Dune walks so Sun Eater can run. And I was like, look, if you guys love Sun Eater, that's awesome. I disagree, fundamentally disagree all the way. But I was like, but not enough to fight about it. And Jane was like, no, come on, Mike, let's fight. I was like, no, I'm good. So it was very tongue in cheek, I do believe. But yeah.
any plans to read Game of Thrones? No, not anytime soon. I'm just also tired of series.
That's my wife. She said no new series, but yeah, she's still working through Bound and the Broken right now.
Yeah,
I think she's
I
more of a
just
like the finished series kind of thing. She doesn't want to start any new series right now because I told her, you want something short, maybe try Dresden Files, maybe try Dungeon Crawler Carl, and she's just like, nah, no, nothing that's not one of one right now.
I'm trying to get my wife to read something else other than Dungeon Crawler Carl. Like, hey, uh, read a spooky book with me or something. Maybe read a standalone book or read Name of the Wind.
Well, why
and
would you want to put her through that torture? Is that really
okay,
is that your Halloween plan? Torture your wife?
no, you mean like a spooky book?
No, like Name of the Wind.
Okay, all right, that's a spooky book. I
That's
guess
a really scary book.
because there's no ending. My best friend's reading it, and he and I had a long talk about it, and it's nice to hear his thoughts on like what the character inconsistencies that he sees,
Mm.
but also what he loves in it, what he doesn't like. So it's
You
fun to
get
just have a
scared.
conversation
Do you
about
get
it.
scared when you finally convince someone to read something you love, and you're like, "Oh, yes, finally," and you're like, "Oh god, what if they don't like
I
it?"
think I think that'll only happen with my wife because anyone else, I don't know. I've just ever since becoming a booktuber, I'm like a little more, much more objective
Sure.
when it comes to conversations.
Mhm.
And I'm okay with hearing someone bash, one of my favorite books. And I do think it's actually quite popular to bash Name of the Wind now at this point. Um,
Back when I made the video, it was, and now it seems like it definitely is,
it
yeah.
definitely is. Um, but I stay away from all the trends. I don't know exactly what's popular now, but um, yeah. Have you had any books that you've recommended and you're like, oh, I can't wait, and then
I mean, always Dune. It's always a crapshoot
okay,
if anybody likes Dune, but I tell people right off, it's like I can't necessarily say if you're gonna like it or not. I get a lot more hit or miss on Red Rising when I recommend that, and I tell people, read the first 2 before you make your decision. Always Dark Tower is always one that's I know it's gonna not hit for everybody, so I kind of expect it. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just glad I do not want my wife to read Dune because she doesn't like it. I couldn't handle it.
yeah.
Everyone else can dislike it, it's fine. I can't. My wife, no, she knows how important it is to me. So
Yeah, it's gonna hurt if Amanda decides to pick it up and, Name of the Wind, and she doesn't like it. But,
see,
I'm
my
not
kid
gonna
was like, "I want to know why Dune's so important to you." So he wanted to see the movies, and we saw the movie, and then we went to IMAX and saw the second one together, and he loved it. But I was like, "Yeah, so you got interest book?" He's like, "Mm." He's
mm,
like, but he's like that with every book. I tried to. Did I tell you this already? That I tried to get him to read Aragon with me, and he shot me down.
maybe. I don't know.
Over the summer, I'm trying to get him interested in reading books,
Yeah,
and I just said, you love those How to Train Your Dragon movies. So I thought
yeah,
he's just sitting there just reeling off all the history, the lore, these different types of dragons, what they can do, where they're from, are they indigenous or not? I'm like, oh my god, you're like way into this. This is just a silly kids movie, right? Kid movie I like. I like those movies a lot. But anyway, I was just stunned to hear that. So I thought, hey, this summer, why don't we read this book I like called Aragon together? I think it's a perfect gateway drug for fantasy. He loves him some Dragon Rider stuff. Clearly, I think this would be perfect. And I was like, I'll tell you what, we'll read like 2 chapters a day and then talk about them each night. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to force him, but God, man, that's
it's
just that's
tough.
just that's
David,
just
how
it.
you doing? Thank you for popping in, hanging out. Getting my not getting, just presenting, Name of the Wind to my best friend. I presented it like 4 years ago. And he is a slow reader. He was in the middle of Grant. That's like a biography or something like that. It's got deep, thick, historic tome. And he finally finished it after 3 years. And he's like, hey, told you I was going to read it. I'm going to read Name of the Wind. And it's really fun to hear his thoughts, but also just his attitude toward reading in general. He's very intentional, and I want to get him on a live stream with me. He moved to Arizona. He doesn't live here anymore. And I just want to hear his thoughts and share that with everyone. But he doesn't want to do a live stream until he finishes the book. It's fun to
Makes
hear
sense.
that. It's very kind.
Yeah.
Um, and hopefully that'll happen soon.
I thought you were going to say he was camera shy or something, but
No, no, I mean, he was in my wedding film, so I mean, come on, he has to love being in the camera and all that. Doing well still on my Ray Bradbury kick. Oh, what are you reading? Bradbury. Um,
Martian Chronicles is really great.
I have that.
And I
What's
mean
the
Fahrenheit. I mean Fahrenheit's one of the best books
what's the
ever.
elevator pitch for Martian Chronicles? Is it a
It's during the time
compilation?
period where there was a certain time period in American history where it wasn't, it was a matter of when, not if, we were going to be in a nuclear war. And it's about us, dropping the bombs and relocating on Mars. And do we go to Mars and fuck it up too? That's
Mhm.
basically what it is. But it's a speculative fiction that at the time seemed like, well, again, it's just a matter of, when, they were convinced it was Red Scare and we were going to drop nukes and that was it. It was just a matter. We were on a ticking clock. So just, are we going to make the same mistakes on a new planet? It's basically what it was.
John told me to read like the first 2 or 3 pages of Illustrated Man and just to get a preview of Bradbury's writing. I haven't done it yet because I feel like I wouldn't put it down. But speaking of that, I know we'll dive back into books real quick, but have you played the Metal Gear Solid games? When you talk about nuclear threats?
You weren't going to like hearing this.
Oh, no.
I mean, I played the original 2 on the old Nintendo when I was a kid. So, of course, I was interested when Metal Gear Solid came out, and I thought Metal Gear Solid was just an amazing game. I mean, it's just one of those, it's just everything I could have ever, that's what I imagined in my head playing those old ones as a kid. It was everything I wanted. The voice acting was incredible. The story was just so weird, but so cool, and I loved everything about it. Metal Gear Solid 2 was The Last Jedi for me. It completely ruined that series to where I was like, I could not take it anymore.
Yeah.
And you know what? Snake Eater was a good game. It was just too late. It was just too late. And I have bought Sons of Liberty. I have bought, not Sons of Liberty. What was 4 called? Was it just Metal Gear 4?
Patriot, something with the word Patriot in it.
Yeah. I have Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Both of them are still in the shrink wrap. A PS3 game and an Xbox One game are both still in their shrink wrap because the series just got, it just jumped the shark for me. So it sucks because I thought it was so incredible for a while, but I think Hideo Kojima is just one of those creators that people either love how weird his stuff is, like what's those games he does now? Those games
Death Stranding.
Those look batshit to me.
Yeah,
but people either love that stuff or they do not. And I think for me, it was like when he just got completely no buffer, he can go make whatever he wants. It just got really, really weird. And it might be really great. And I don't know. 2 just really broke my heart because it did that thing where you see it a lot now. Hey, this thing that you love, we're going to get you in here and then trick you with a bait and switch and give you some character that you didn't come here to see. And you're going to love it. If you don't love it, there's something wrong with you. And it seemed like one of my first instances with that is that prepared me for things like The Last Jedi. That prepared me for things like, hell, you want to go back to the Phantom Menace? I mean, it prepared me for hope for the best, expect the worst, and things that you love. And sometimes they go too long. I get it.
I'm playing Delta right now. It just came out, and I've never played the games. So,
is this like a collection or a remake?
It's a remake. But it's like a 1-for-1 remake where they didn't change much.
See, now I wanted to do like they did with the Resident Evil games. Those remakes are amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Incredibly amazing.
Give me
and I haven't even played 4 yet. I've never played 4 of the game at all.
Whoa. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
Dude.
When 4 came out, I played it until you get to that first town, you have like that huge gunfight in Resident Evil 4. And at the time, I was just like, why I play this game is for the survival horror. And this just turned it into an action shoot 'em up. And I was like, I was so pissed. I didn't play it. And then everyone's like, it might be the greatest game of all time, not just the best Resident Evil game. And I always kind of regretted it. So when the remake came out, I was like, okay, I'm going to play it. And then I still haven't yet. But I went and got all of them. I got 2 and 3 and play through those, and I'm going to start
remakes.
4. Yeah, I'm going to start 4 here. And the thing is, like, my youngest kid is like all about zombie shit. He loves it, so he will come home and like order me to play it so he can watch it. But he got so freaked out with 3 with Nemesis, like just attacking you at any moment. He got so freaked out by that. I think it scared him a little bit. So we took a little break, but I do plan to play at least through 4. But I've got 4, but then I've got 7, 8, 9. I've got those. I haven't even played those before.
A lot.
I heard it went first person. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but everybody says it's good. But
yeah, they did that. You know how Breath of the Wild kind of reinvented.
Yeah, you got to. You can't just keep.
That's what 7 did with Resident Evil.
Yeah, that game in like VR, I can't even imagine playing that shit. I would have a panic attack.
and
No way.
I can't do VR. I couldn't. I could barely stare at a screen as it is.
No, my eyes suck too much to do VR because
Yeah.
I've got a thing where like I have to like look over the glasses, and
Oh
put
no.
a VR in, and it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I
So,
got new glasses, and it's getting worse, man.
but I'm
It's
saying that. Remember when iPhone first came out and people were like, "Oh, this is gonna ruin all our eyes." We're like, "Whatever." And now it's like, wow, just about everyone over 40 has glasses now.
Mhm.
Weird.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
saying, it makes sense.
Uh,
So,
my wife and I, we just replayed Resident Evil 4 remake and then the DLC separate ways. If you do play it, play the remake and then play the DLC separate ways. They're both
Mhm.
they coincide together perfectly. Uh, it's an amazing game. It was my first horror game that I got on the Nintendo Wii, and I still think the classic Wii edition is the best way to play the game. You talk about a game that you can play the old 2005, 2006 version, and then the 2023 version. They're both still amazing.
Hmm.
Uh,
Good.
yeah.
Glad to hear that.
So,
Because I mean, you look back at like Resident Evil 2, and you're like, I
yeah.
mean, in many ways, it's almost like a new game.
Hmm.
So I'm glad that it doesn't disappoint because I love 2 on the PlayStation 1. So if it did, I hope it gives you that same feeling with 4. If you loved 4 and you went and played the remake and you still really enjoy it, that's good news. Because sometimes I think like with 3, I think they changed too much.
I heard 3 wasn't the best when it came to a remake.
3 came out, I think that I was just upset because it was like 5 hours long.
Yeah.
I beat it in one night. I
Was
was
it like a
very
full
upset
price
about it.
game?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's
hate
why
that.
many of us that have been around for a while, old people like me, we consider Code Veronica the real Resident Evil 3. So I hope
Okay.
they do a remake of Code Veronica
Yeah.
because I would love it. Because
Yeah.
Claire, she needs more love. Claire's awesome.
Uh, yeah. Resident Evil 2. My goodness. We played the remake of that. I think
It's 64.
it's one of the scariest games because, the zombies will come back and get
Right.
back up when you have to go back through an old area, and that just keeps you on your toes.
John, he's into reading the Five Nights at Freddy's books right now. So my youngest
He
is
loves zombie
all
though,
about the horror. He is a horror maniac.
and ruin maybe the okay, interesting. My
He
nephew,
doesn't get scared.
he's
He
afraid
wants to
of
watch all the Chucky movies now. He's a
zombies.
madman. He's crazy. So he's gonna be more like me. I was watching horror movies when I was 5,
You
so
give him The Walking Dead. Actually, maybe not. It's a bit violent, also long. Yeah, the compendiums. I think I've asked you this if you read the compendiums, right, of Walking Dead.
I read the first 100-ish issues of Walking
Mhm.
Dead as they were coming out and kind of fell off there towards the end. But I have them. I just haven't finished them.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I have
I
the
read
full
them
compendium.
monthly for years.
Yeah. I felt like that show overstayed its welcome.
Oh, the show definitely did. Thing was, we took like a big break on it, and we thought, "Oh, let's get caught back up," and we started watching. Like we made one episode, and we were like, "No, it's gone. It's over."
Yeah, and then I think I know I've talked to you about this. Oh my gosh, it's coming out soon. The last season, Stranger Things.
Hmm?
I think that's overstayed its welcome in my opinion. That could have been just one season, just a limited series, and it would have been
I think
just
it's taken too long, but I still really like it. The
yeah,
last season I thought was terrific.
yeah.
So I
I
am
get that.
frustrated that it's like, guys,
The,
I
the kids are
grew up
too
with
old.
getting 27 to 32 episode seasons every year. Why does everything take 2-3 years minimum between seasons now? It makes no sense. How are you
Yeah.
guys keeping an audience? I don't get it.
When you I think the new 28 years later, what is it? What is it called? The new zombie movie that just came out.
I've only watched the original movie. I've never watched
Okay.
anything after. So I
Well,
think it was 28 years later.
the the cool thing that they did is they shot both films right away.
Hmm.
So the second film is already coming out soon, which is just
Oh.
surprising. And I think that's good because that helps with continuity. And yeah, 28 years later.
Yeah, see, and I get something like, okay, House of Dragon. There's a lot of
Yeah.
post work needs to be done on that.
Yeah.
Why don't you record 2 seasons? Record 2 seasons and just keep working on them. I just don't. Why is it so hard?
And over-reliance on VFX. Yeah.
I mean, I understand these take a long time. Record ahead. I mean, it's just
look like Dune. Dune Part 1 and Part 2 were shot very quickly. And you look at that VFX. I mean, the way Denny does it, I'm blown away. There's no excuse. There's not, especially when you have those two films coming out very soon after each other.
It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating because I don't know. This is why I'm watching Survivor now. I'm just
What do you think of that? That's one of my wife's favorite TV shows.
I'm so forever addicted to it. It's stupid. The thing was, like, I never watched it because I knew I'd get addicted to it. And now here we are all these years later, and I finally gave in. And now I'm almost through 3 seasons in like a week and a half.
Oh man, look at you.
They're easy. I work from home 2 days a week, so it's easy to just have it on in the background while because you don't got to pay like 100% attention to nothing like that, and just have it on the background. It's entertaining. But my wife, she loves competition shows and shit like that, so she was all about it. She like has memories of the first couple seasons. She remembers watching it, and I was like, when all that hoopla was blowing up, I was like, nope, I'm not doing the reality TV thing. I'm afraid I might like it. So here we are.
I can't do the reality TV. My wife was doing Love is Blind as well. Can't do it. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I watch a ton of documentaries. That's about as most that I'll do. I mean, I think look, as a middle-aged white guy, the more documentaries you can get in, you'll do it. You'll watch a documentary on anything. That's just, it's not a stereotype. That's just the facts, baby.
Yeah, there's a documentary
on anything like that. But I guess that's why I just thought, okay, I just need something just like, I don't have to pay 100% attention. I'm not the person who has to have a phone in their hand while they watch TV. I don't understand the people that do that. I don't get it. Wife does it. I don't understand it. I can't do that. But something that you don't have to pay 100% attention to, while you're doing work, while you're doing chores, while you're cleaning up around the house, while you're doing a project. Yeah, I think that Survivor makes a lot of sense. But we'll see.
Play chess, play Scrabble in the background. Have you watched the British baking show?
My wife watches Cake or Not Cake. Does that count?
All right. Okay.
She might have. She watches a lot of those ones that came on Netflix. And we used to have cable years ago. She used to watch a lot of like Iron Chef or something, Gordon Ramsay and all that stuff. So she loved Biggest Loser. She watched that thing for the first 10 years we were together. So yeah. It's more her back than mine. But yeah, she loves her cooking competition shows, no doubt.
Yeah, I have to share the TV. So, when I want to play a video game or something, wife is like, I want to watch The Summer I Turned Pretty, or it's tough. And we have a loft up here, so there's no wall for our bedroom.
Yeah,
so when I want to go up and read,
house together, we did a rental house and had a loft, and it was like, yeah, but we can't both be watching something at the same time, or else it'll be volume wars.
Yeah, so I have to read with headphones on, which I really don't like to do, but what can you do?
There's always a compromise when you
there is
together. Yeah,
and then sometimes you just watch the show with her, and it's the best. It's a blast. We just play Magic the Gathering while the show's on.
I'll try to find a show that I can watch on my own. That I don't have to wait for anybody on. I think it's good for you to have those because why not? And then she'll always kind of like start watching a little bit while I'm watching. And then she gets like, I'm 4 episodes into White Lotus, and then she got all into it. Nice. And now I got to wait for her to watch White Lotus. So that's why I told her, I was like, when I was watching Survivor, I was like, I'm not waiting for you. Yeah. So, I'm not waiting for you. So she comes home today. She's like, what? There's only 5 people left? How many did you watch? I was like, I'm all day.
It's tough because like I'll start a video game. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, because my wife loves just sitting around watching me play a video game. She likes the story and all that. And sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just wait for her to get home. Then I'll start it. But then life gets in the way.
When they're not home, we're just like, so that's why I just read. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let's end here real quick with, I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
The coffee I sent you. What'd you think?
It's very good. Yeah. I'm about halfway through it.
Okay, good.
I'm splitting it between that and some Dunkin' Donuts just so I don't go through it too fast.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. Thank you.
Okay, good. Like it. And then fantasy football. Did you do that?
I retired back in 2008.
Oh,
Because what I just talked about with like, I was afraid reality TV would like take over my life.
yeah.
Fantasy football was doing that. And I was like, no, I don't want to be these people that are sitting at a bar for 8 hours drafting their fantasy team. Or even more. Here's what pisses me off about fantasy football. You ready for this? Okay. The Texans game was shitty on Sunday. I was pissed off at the game, the real game. I was
Yeah.
pissed. And literally 5 minutes after that, someone jumps in my Twitter mentions, mad at me because Nico Collins only got them 5 points. Like it's my fault. I don't give a shit. My team just lost. I'm pissed off. Get out of my mentions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, people are like, you're so chill, but you're so aggressive about sports. I'm like, that's a different world, baby.
Yeah.
That's
It is. It's tough.
world.
Like my Raiders won a game and I'm like, oh, they won a game? Okay, cool. Like that's kind of where I'm at with football. I don't care to watch
Like,
the
I am
game.
pissed off about that game. You're really going to jump on me about my fancy team like it's
Yeah.
my fault or something. Go jump in a lake, man. I don't.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you get mad at Nico? Just go tweet him. Get mad at him for not doing good in the game. Like that's interesting.
If I was an athlete, I would, especially an NFL player, I would not have social media because that's all you would get is people mad about your. Because I remember Arian Foster, running back for the Texans years ago. He was a fantasy football, just like
He's a dog.
Yeah, he just got racked up the points, and he got injured, and he was just like quote tweeting everyone, just like, look, these people are sick. I might be hurt really bad, and everybody's just mad at me because of their fantasy football team. And I was like, guys, you're taking it too far. So yeah, but I mean, I know there's leagues and stuff now, and people get like huge cash rewards and stuff. So I get it why people are obsessed with it. But people like me that just want to watch the game and are pissed off when their team doesn't do good, the last thing I want to hear about is that. So
yeah, I just don't waste my time with it. I am in one league, but it's mainly to just kind of keep in touch with friends. And it's not
there was a
small league.
booktuber league, and I told him no and explained. I retired a long time ago. I retired as a back-to-back champ, by the way.
You heard it. That's awesome. I love that.
Go out on top like Jordan, baby. That Wizards thing didn't happen.
Yeah, no, the Wizards thing didn't happen. No. And then Tom Brady coming out of retirement. Or did he come out of retirement?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Or did he just never retire?
Didn't he? No, just once. But he was like, no, I'm just going to pretend that last year where he won the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay and gave New England the middle finger. That was it.
That's wild. All right, folks. I'm sorry we didn't really talk much about books.
I know it's just my fault. I have too many things I love, and there's so many. I find it weird when I find someone like you likes sports, likes reading, likes video games. It's easy to find plenty of things to talk about. So that might be my fault, guys.
No, it's not because it's.
I tell people my favorite hobby is the NFL. It's not reading. Reading's second favorite hobby. The NFL is my favorite. So yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's good to have hobbies. It's every day is interesting, and every day is.
You guys gonna watch any scary movies in October? Do you do that?
Well,
do you like scary movies?
Not really. I think when we talk about Resident Evil, that's kind of our thing. My wife we've played through all the Resident Evil games, except 3 remake. We've done it all, and we're excited for 9. We are hoping Silent Hill 2 remake comes to Xbox finally after that Sony exclusive.
They usually do.
But yeah, not really movies. We do spooky video games because you have control. Yeah. Like a movie.
You can't get mad about the girl running up the stairs when the killer's in the house. Right?
It's more about just how scary it is. Like for me, I get scared easily. What about you?
Oh, we're crazy for it. I think it was like when I met my wife, she didn't watch horror movies. Now, first day of fall through the beginning of November, we just watch a shit ton of scary movies every year. So my other channel, we did a whole thing about all the movies. Me and my wife did a video about all the scary movies we're going to watch. And I'm excited for it. So we got a pretty good lineup this year. And like I said, we're kind of kicking it off by going and seeing the new Conjuring movie and Stephen King's The Long Walk this weekend.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
Oh, I love it. What do you think of the Stephen King reprints?
They're neat. They're neat. I mean, I've seen so many reprints of his books, and a lot of them are pretty ugly or pretty basic. So those are actually pretty nice.
You got. I mean,
those chonkers.
Yeah, you got the big old look at that. I love that.
That's
for
cool.
Salem's Lot.
Yeah,
And then
That's a
you
great
got
game.
Shining.
Okay.
And then I saw these two at Target, and I had to get them because they were like the
God,
last
monstrous.
Look at that. The stand. That's a nice cover. That beats the blue cover, the guy with the cigarette or whatever.
Yeah,
And
I've
then,
seen some really, really bad ones in
I
the
don't know how I
past.
feel about the pink because it kind of throws my bookshelf off, the vibe, but I don't mind it. But,
They're gonna get the full Roy G. Biv color scheme there, huh?
yeah, like look at that. I like that.
They
They
match
are
at
kind
least.
of
That's nice,
they are kind of like
Yeah, I like those because they're the type that you can open it all the way and don't break the spine. That's
yeah
nice. That's nice.
yeah.
So read on the desk. It's really nice.
So that's fun, and I'm a new Stephen King fan. So when you think of movies, or you ask about movies, I'm just looking forward to spooky books. The Shining and Something Wicked This Way Comes. Toby's not here, but he's been a big follower of mine, and he comes in with great recommendations. And he recommended a Clive Barker.
Hmm?
Um,
Is the Hellbound Heart or
no,
Damnation Game?
the Thief Always the Godly. Hold up, bear with me.
Books of Blood is one that I have on the to-do list from him. I've only read Weave World. And it was
I
mid.
got two more books here. The Thief of Always.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's another haunted house book, and it's got 40 illustrations.
I read Hellbound Heart. That's 70 pages, which other people know as Hellraiser. So.
Oh, okay, interesting. And then I looked up spooky books. A big article on like the top spooky books of all time or whatever.
Yeah.
And this popped up.
Nice.
Have you read that?
Oh yeah.
And
it's messed up.
Okay, all right.
It's good. It's good, but it's very messed up. In fact, it hasn't come out yet, but there was Andrew over at Andrew's Wizardly Reads. He does a thing where he lets other people pick his TBR, and he picked me to do his October TBR. And I'll give you guys a morsel. That's one of the ones I picked for him.
Okay.
And I'll be interested to see if he can take it, because Andrew is he is a habitual DNFer. And that book is very disturbing. So I'm going to be interested to see if he finishes it.
All right. This might be next for me. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. You ever seen the Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing?
Okay. No.
Okay.
And my wife is like, she's hyped that movie up a lot. And we talk about spooky movies that you mentioned. I think that's something we'll watch.
So I mean, it kind of has that feeling, and what the Thing is like, is this person? There's a group of people, and are they infected or not? And that's kind of what the troop also does. There's this group, but it's kids. It's a Cub Scout retreat basically, and this thing, this virus or this infection kind of starts spreading, and it's really just like the paranoia of, well, they say they're not sick, but what if they are sick? That kind of thing, and it plays with that, and it just gets very disgusting. It's a lot of body horror. Okay. There is a very, very famous animal cruelty scene in it that people get iffy about. Yes. And I tell them, people are like, oh, I can't do animal cruelty. Or people are like, why didn't you warn me more about it? I'm like, look, you're reading horror. A book I've told you is really effed up.
Yeah.
Expect something effed up. Animals aren't safe. Kids aren't safe.
Yeah.
So I think.
Oh, no, I lost you. Oh, no, y'all, we lost Mike. Oh, okay. You think what? Yeah, you're back.
I say when you go into a horror book and you say, hey, that messed me up, I think a horror book's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not supposed to feel comfortable. You're not supposed to be having a ball.
Yeah. Exactly. I know we talked about.
See, that's why I won't have a live stream anymore, because StreamYard does this to me. I'm plugged into the wall and it says, oh, your Wi-Fi connection's weak. What?
No, you're fine. You're great. I've had live streams with David from Four Corners of the Page, and he's in a whole another time zone, like 14 hours ahead, and he's fine. The books that I got into with horror, Pet Sematary and Salem's Lot. I know it hits different, Pet Sematary especially when you have kids. I don't have kids. So Pet Sematary was it was a very good story and really well presented, really well executed. I wasn't necessarily on the edge of my seat with like a knot in my stomach, like really uncomfortable. I was just intrigued. Salem's Lot, in the beginning, I was anticipating, I was like uneasy. I was like, okay, something's happening. And then toward the end, I'm like, oh, you know. So those two books, I thought I was going to freak out, and like really get scared.
And expectations will do that.
Exactly. And I feel like everyone has their own definition of horror and what is scary to them. So with oh my gosh, I guess Something Wicked This Way Comes and The Troop. I mean, I don't know anything. I have no real expectations.
Yeah, that's why when I make my horror for beginners, I kind of talk about what kind of horror are you looking for? Are you looking for
Yeah.
body horror? Are you looking for psychological horror? Are you looking for thrillers? What are you kind of looking for? Is I like of all the genres I read, it's the one that's got so many little subgenres in it. Because it's something different scares everybody else, So we aren't all scared of the same thing. Like me, just put a bunch of spiders in it. And I'm like, no thanks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. We live on the coast, and I don't know what it is about this area. Spider after spider after spider. It is.
No.
I'm the full-time spider killer, and I hate them. My wife will
freak out about the tiniest little cockroach, but she'll come out and slay a black widow like it's no thing.
No way.
I haven't seen a black widow. I mean, get me wrong. I'm just saying that like she wouldn't be scared, but a tiny little cockroach, she'll flip out and jump on a chair and drop a baby. She wouldn't care, just get away from that cockroach. Whereas me, it's like our agreement is, okay, you kill the spiders though, because I can't.
Oh, I don't know anything about a bridge scene, but
there is this scene where they're going through the tunnel, like the tunnel in New York, and it's a very memorable scene in the stand.
Okay.
It's very good.
Okay.
It's like room 217 in the stand, or I'm sorry, in The Shining, room 217. That
Yeah, that's why I'm excited for The Shining, because from what I've heard from you and
but
even
don't go into it expecting to be having no pants shitting or something. I think that can't hurt it. Because, like I said, there's something different that scares everybody.
Yeah.
So
the Misery was, I think, the book that made me the most uncomfortable. I think when you are strapped to a bed and you have no control, that hits hard, because I'm
a crazy person. Yeah.
I'm a heart patient, and I'm not afraid of the hospital. I give up my control. I let people operate on me to make my heart, and put a pacemaker in me, and I love, I'm okay with it. I'm not scared of it. But when I read a book about a guy that's stuck in a bed, it makes me think of, oh my gosh, this could be me during surgery. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's the one that really hit home for me.
I read Boogeyman back in high school, so we're gonna watch the movie this year for spooky season. And I was debating going back and reading the short story again, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll just nitpick the hell out of it." So I'll just watch the movie and have a good time.
Yeah,
but yeah. I read it Night Shift. Gosh, back in high school. That was in the early '90s, you guys. So yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's. I graduated in 2013. So.
Oh my god. 97. I'm a dinosaur.
12 years ago, though. Like, I've been 12 years removed from high school. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to The Shining and those spooky books. But
I am hoping you like Something Wicked, because if you don't, I'm going to be crestfallen.
That's up there for me. Off topic. Wheel of Time or Second Apocalypse? Looking for immersive read to get lost in. Can't decide. That's you, Mike.
Wheel of Time will take you a long time, and it's definitely immersive. Second Apocalypse, if you like to visit a hellscape, go for it, because it's very, very different than the Wheel of Time.
Did you see Life of Chuck,
Mike? Yeah, I thought it was the best movie I've seen this year, man. It's incredible.
Okay.
It's absolutely incredible. I was like, and if Long Walk turns out to be good, it's like, whoa, are we having like a third King Renaissance in movies here? Because holy shit, I'm excited.
Nice.
Well, spectacular.
I think we'll end there. Got a little second win there with all the spooky books, but doing a Midwestern goodbye. Yeah, guys, thank you for all hanging out. Again, sorry we didn't really talk too much about books, but thankfully on the latter side, we had some Spooktober talk. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and Mike, as always, it's an honor to have you here.
Anytime, man. I appreciate the second invite. I appreciate it.
Well, you'll keep getting invited if you accept. I appreciate it. I would love to be on your channel with.
I've got a really long list of people that I have on right now, but you are definitely on there. It's not like the Broken Binding weight or something like that.
No, put me on the reserve list, and I'll have a 6 o'clock Friday, reservation for table for two.
All right. Well, thanks, man.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you, and cheers. Oh wait, I'm leaving studio. Hold up. How do I end stream? All right, cheers, everyone. We got